Hi. So this time we're going to talk about there's 3 ways to make a change. So once you figure out there's a problem, which obviously you did that, or you wouldn't even be on our website on our YouTube page. But once you figure out there's a problem, whether it's anxiety, fear, obesity, um,
Relationship
issues of any kind, um, addictive behaviors, all of that stuff comes down to one thing and one thing only. There is a problem somewhere in the unconscious mind. Now, it could be that there's some kind of a traumatic event that caused a horrible reaction. It could be that there's just some belief in there that needs to be resolved because it's not correct. It's not good for your life. Maybe it serves you at one point, but it doesn't now, and it needs to be resolved. And there's, numerous other things, but basically it's all there is something within the unconscious that needs to be changed. So there's 3 ways to change it.
Number one,
slow but cheap. This is where your self-help books come in. This is where your daily affirmations come in. All of those kinds of things that they do work some, but they're all about that conscious mind turning the huge ship of the unconscious mind. In fact, option 2 is also the same kind of thing.
Ready for 2?
Not yet. But like I said, your self-help books, your daily affirmations, meditation, pretty much any of that kind of thing that's inexpensive and it's going to take a long time. Results are not guaranteed.
Number 2
is slow and expensive.
Yes.
This is therapy. This is counseling. This is even a lot of coaching is actually falls under this category. Because a lot of coaches really don't know much in the way of NLP or hypnosis. They know a little bit, but not a lot. And so it's still going to be mostly the conscious mind being used to direct the unconscious mind. So it's going to take a long time.
There's going to be a lot of talking about your issues and reliving the trauma.
Which we don't recommend.
No.
We never have someone go back and relive the trauma. That is a horrible way of dealing with it. We like you too much. We are not going to make you do that. In fact, we're not going to allow that. As much as it depends upon us, because you have to follow directions. But we do not have that for our clients. I will say that there's one thing that therapy is good for, and that is if you don't really want to change, they'll eventually convince you that you should change. And this is oftentimes where you have one spouse encouraging the other one to get into therapy, or your kids, you're being taken to therapy because they really don't want to change.
Or you're dragging your spouse to marriage counseling.
Yeah, that's the one thing I found that they're actually really good at, is they'll let you pay them and pay them and pay them and pay them to listen to you and encourage you, and eventually they'll talk you into actually deciding, you know what, I do need to change.
I've paid all this money, I should get some kind of benefit for it.
And then you have a choice. Keep working with them where they don't know what they're doing all that well, and it's going to be a slow process and painful. Or you can switch and say, those guys on the internet, I know, yeah, they can kind of be expensive, except I would have already paid this off by now with how much time I've already spent with this therapist or counselor.
So we ready for number 3?
I was going to continue my rant, but okay. I suppose.
Number 3,
very quick or rapid, however you want to say it, and also kind of expensive, but not like therapy.
Relative to keeping the problem or going the slow and cheap route, it's expensive.
Could be. Then again, keeping the problem might actually be way more expensive.
True.
So you really have to consider that as well. Now, it's going to be expensive compared to the self-help books and your daily affirmations.
And the 21, no,
28, no,
6
weeks
weeks
to create a new
your
habit
habit. Yeah.
that the experts can't agree on because none of them know. Depends on how effective you are at staying the course and using your conscious mind. We don't mess with that. We work directly with both the conscious and unconscious together. So you have the whole thing moving. Whereas what they do, it's the conscious mind moving the unconscious. That's like your big ship with an undersized rudder. Yeah, it probably will get turned around maybe if you're focused and all of that, but it'll take a long time. And anything that comes up, any kind of wind, waves, yeah, that's going to mess it up too. Take even longer. We deal more with like the fish. Fish wants to turn around, uses his entire body. And that fast, it's now over there. That's what it is working with us. It's that fast, and the shift happens. Yeah. Yes, shift happens.
Yes.
But it's also easy and painless, except maybe on the wallet. But it's very easy and painless the way we do things. Change is supposed to be easy and painless. It's not supposed to be hard and take forever. You've been conditioned to believe that because that's all the therapists know. That's all the psychiatrists typically know. That's all the counselors know. That's all the self-help books know. And frankly, the big reason for that is because the quick change requires one-on-one. I can't do rapid change in a group setting, not down to the root issue. Now, we can maybe do like a group hypnosis setting and help people to stop smoking or something like that, but it doesn't get down to the underlying issue. They may change that habit, but they'll just pick up a new one.
And they may not all change that habit.
Yeah, it's really got about a 35 to 40% effective rate. And this is another thing that's different about us. We don't take just anybody as a client. We actually have a process that you have to go through in order to qualify. Because people who aren't ready to change won't go through the process. And so we don't want to work with them. We have a 100% success rate and a results guarantee because we know that if you make it through our screening process, if you prove that you're ready to go, you're ready to make the change, then we will work with you. We will find a way for you to be able to pay for it. We have financing options available. We have referral program, so you can get paid to refer other people to us. And if you want, we can even just save all those referral fees up until you have the money available to then use for what you need. And there's always an option. And we can work anywhere. We work via Zoom. Or if you're happen to be local, we do also work in our office. You can see our nice, beautiful tapestry in person, as well as the other two. But
you have to be in Tulsa or close enough, to be local. So,
but yeah, we can work anywhere in the world, and we will work with you. If you pass that screening process, we will find something. And it might be that if someone is completely broke or can get just almost nothing, we do have some ebooks that we can sell, and that's going to be that slow self-help process. Because that's the only thing we can offer you that's not direct one-on-one, and our time is highly valuable. And going through that process, that self-help process, reading the books, applying that effort, that'll get you to go from where you are to a little bit better. And when you get a little bit better, then you can actually find ways to do some referrals or gain some extra money somewhere, and you'll be in a better place. You can actually afford to work with us, and then that'll get you to another level if you do the most basic. And then at that point, you'll be in a much better position. You'll be able to earn a lot more money. You'll be a lot more creative, and you'll be able to go to, again, another level.
And I will say, if your problem is smoking or drinking, you'll save a lot more money if you get with us and you stop doing that.
You will say, well, yes, if you are a smoker, drinker, dipper, vapor, whatever, any of those kinds of habits where you're spending 300 bucks a month or more, definitely, we're real affordable compared to that. Because we'll fix up the health by getting rid of this problem and all the underlying issues, so you don't pick up a new bad habit right afterwards. And yes, we will definitely work with you to get that cleared up, and you'll save a lot of money. You'll have a much happier life, and just it'll be so much better than what you have now. Now, if you have some kind of an issue that's not costing you financially, then let's start with where you're at, move you up to the next level, and the next level, and the next level, and so forth. But yeah, like I said, if you're in a situation where you're a smoker, your habits that you're wanting to get changed are things that are costing you a lot of money, then yes.
You drink too much Starbucks. I'm not judging you. I just know some people probably do.
Yeah. Starbucks addiction. That's probably an underlying emotional issue, some kind of validation that you need that you're superior to the homebrewed coffee people or whatever. Or maybe the issue is a habit. You don't get up early enough. You don't get to bed early enough. So you have to stop in at Starbucks instead of taking the time to make your own coffee that takes like 5 minutes. But hey, whatever excuse you need, right? I get you. We've all been there. Some of us aren't anymore. You can always join that crowd. But I think that's about it. Basically, there's 3 ways to change. There's slow and cheap, slow and expensive, and neither of those come with any kind of a guarantee, other than they guarantee they'll take your money.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's very quick and a little expensive, and we guarantee results. Well, that's all for this video.
If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment or a question below.
It really does help to let YouTube know that others should also be watching these videos. Also, remember to check out our Facebook group. It's all about relationships of any kind. And of course, most importantly, click below and schedule that free consultation. We have options for people at every level. Whatever your problem is, if we don't have a YouTube video for it, we can get you some other kind of resource, even if there's no money in the bank. So even if you can't actually do a personal one-to-one with us, there's options. Definitely click that link, schedule that call. And that's all we got for now. Y'all have a great day.
Bye.